It is Thursday, July 13, 2023. And here we are, folks. What we're looking at is the national debt growing and growing and growing. I find it always interesting when they say, you see a headline and it'll say something like, national debt hits $30 trillion for the first time ever. And then, later on when it gets to 31, it will say $31 trillion for the first time ever. And I just think it's funny how they say that. It's also very deceiving because whatever number it gets, it's always going to be for the very first time ever. This number never goes back. It never gets smaller, and it never will. It's not designed to. Nobody in charge of this number here, they never talk about how to bring it down, how to make it smaller, how to pay any of this back. The reason this is important is because if the US defaults on its debt, it's gonna scare away a lot of the lenders, if not all of them. And shame on them for thinking that they are ever gonna get paid back. This is what it is, folks. And sometimes, like I've been watching, there's another YouTube channel called the Southern Prepper 1, and he's been keeping a real close watch on this number. So go, after you're done with my video, go check his out. But yeah, he's been measuring approximately $2 billion a day. Yeah, approximately $2 billion a day. And every once in a while, you'll see like a huge jump. This morning, it was a $60 billion jump, which is just insane. Another observation that I made, and actually I have not heard anybody say this, and if they did say it, I didn't understand it. So it's a good thing I saw it, because now I can explain it in very simple terms. So every time the Federal Reserves, every time the chairman of the Fed, every time they have a meeting, the Fed meeting, and they raise interest rates, that also raises the interest rate on this number right here. And what that means, ultimately what it means, is the number grows faster every time they raise interest rates. Over the last year and a half, 2 years, we've gone up approximately 5%. We were at zero. Remember, folks, we were at zero not even 3 years ago, and now we're at 5%. You can buy a house, if you have really good credit, right around 8 or 9% interest. So of course the banks have to, they have to charge you for lending you fictional money, but that's how they make theirs. Well, the money that's owed here is only going up at about 5%. It's a little bit higher than 5. I don't know the exact number, so maybe you guys can look that up. But yeah, every time they raise it, and they're gonna raise it at least one more time by the end of the year, this number accelerates just a little bit quicker. And of course, if you're keeping up with the news, you're hearing a lot of good things about inflation. How, now they have it down to, I believe the last number they were bragging about, core inflation, which is everything except food and energy. Yeah, because nobody needs food and energy. But if you're in the market for buying a big screen TV, 3% inflation is what we're looking at. That's core inflation. 3%. So they'll count useless electronics but they won't count food and energy. Funny how that works. Anyway, back to 3%. What that number means is, so suppose you're driving down the road, right? You're doing 90 miles an hour. And then some jackass takes the wheel, right? Some idiot takes the wheel and steps on the gas pedal. Now you're doing 100 miles an hour. And the speed limit is 60. So now you're doing 100. You only went up 10 miles per hour. Right? And then over the next 6 minutes, he only accelerates 2 miles per hour. And he expects you to be happy about that. So now you're only doing 102 miles per hour instead of what should have been 110. And we're supposed to be happy and excited about that. So, in other words, prices are still going up. They're just not going up as fast as they were when the jackass first took the wheel. So, hopefully that makes sense to you folks. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. We're around 6.5 minutes here. Thank you for sticking around and watching my video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If not, give it a thumbs down. And leave a comment down below on how I can make my videos better. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great day.